Good evening, good morning, good evening here. Maybe good morning somewhere else. I don't know if you can see the fluffy snowflake falling at all. I know it's kind of dark. Let's see if we can make this brighter. Whew, it's kind of dark. I have just a few minutes. And remember, guys, I told you that sometimes I'll make these videos sort of short, like real short. And this one is about don't try to impress Ukrainian women or anybody really with your plans, with sharing your plans, with bragging about your plans and things like that. It's actually, guys, I'm outside and it's snowing. I don't know if you can see it at all. Um, so yes, anyway, so don't a lot of guys think that when they meet a new lady, it's a golden opportunity to impress her, impress her with what you already achieved, and be quiet about your plans or goals, because first of all, very often, when you have goals and you talk about them, it's almost like they lose that energy, and it's like you are inviting for a trouble, you inviting for these goals not to happen. Seriously, how many times you were planning on something and then it's a big major fall, so you also adding anxiety to it. And most important is, real men with real plans are men of action. They might share something about their achievements, but sharing about your goals is basically like bragging about the bear, the skin of the bear you haven't yet killed, or you haven't yet, or deer. Like in Michigan, people hunt deer a lot. It's like you bragging about the deer, um, and you haven't even uh, taken one. You hadn't killed that deer yet. So that is just kind of important to understand. It's an absolutely normal quality to try to impress people. We since women are the prize. It is so funny. Men will always try to impress us. Men have always, it's all right. You always try to impress. You always try to do, you always try to do something, and that's okay. It means you're not gay. So congratulations, because some of those prize men could be of a different orientation, so we don't need to worry about that. But seriously, uh, keep that in mind. You can share a vision of the future. You can share things you've done. You can share your aspirations, but be very careful with sharing something big that's in a project that is not even there, because plans might fall through, and then you're gonna look like an idiot and you're gonna be embarrassed. And there are probably other things that you had already achieved that you can talk about, or that you don't even have to talk about. They will talk for you. That's the best kind. And when you have a different pursuit than others, consider that people in your family, your relatives won't always support your ideas. Your family and friends will not always support your ideas. They will often not support you. So that's another reason to just keep your own plans, mind your own business, and just not to share too much. A lot of times you give people an opportunity to gossip about you before you even got that thing yourself, and it's not helpful. I have some younger men also who follow me, who's were raised by very controlling women, mothers, and they cannot say that, oh, I'm traveling to Ukraine, or I'm traveling to Paris. They're just so used to advice with their family on everything, and I think it's great to share things with people in your family. But honestly, I'm just gonna say this example. If I would share things with my mom, I would be right now like somewhere in Ukrainian village. I don't know, under the 50 blankets, looking out of the window scared. I'm just kidding, of course. But if I would listen to to my mom's ideas of happiness, and I love my mother very much, but if I would listen to her safe ideas, none of my plans would come true. None of my drive or aspirations or would come true. And that also goes for our oversharing, for the oversharing of things, because another thing that you share about your relationship often way too early, like with your friends, with your buddies, with your mom. Do not, this is just from my heart to you guys, something to consider. Do not share about all the sweet things about your quote unquote relationship, because you don't know yet what's going to happen. And sometimes we feel obligated to share with our close friends or parents, but it's really, unless you have a very, very deep connection, it's not always a good idea, because different generations take information differently. I also told myself that my mom not gonna know anything about what I'm doing, where I am, about my love life, my personal life. And I love my mom very much. She taught me a lot, and she's an incredible woman. But if I tell her A, like in alphabet ABC, you know if I just tell her the letter A, it's gonna be a whole bunch of things coming up, and uh, honestly, honestly, it's just very nerve-wracking, and nerve-wracking, and it just. I wish it would be different. I really wish that things would be different, but there is sort of this um, think that there are people with who you have different understanding of life, and these people, they just won't be able to understand you. They can love you dearly, but they will not understand you. That's with my mom. I'm kind of more like like my father. I would say with my father I share a lot of things, but with my mom, oh my gosh, once again, if I say the letter A, oh my gosh, the whole alphabet will come out from my mom's mind. So I will regret 1 million times. So you have to be careful. You can't. Oversharing is not a good thing, especially for a guy. That's why you have therapists, consultants, advisors, classic doctors, or different journals where you can write your soul, you can write things out. But people are not always the best source to share about what you're doing with your life. And it's, once again, it's not, look at the snowflakes. It's not that these people are bad. They can love you dearly. You can be their most dearest person, but they will hold you back. I traveled in my life by myself. I was in a relationship with somebody I wanted, not my mom wanted, because my mom would wanted somebody else. But I'm not her, you know. It's really important sometimes to grow up. What I noticed, under promise and over deliver. Here you go, exactly. Um, I forgot my thought though. What was I saying, guys? Anyway, you just have to, at some point, you have to grow up. because a lot of men who got good relationships with their mom, a lot of times they did not grow up and they overshare with their mom, dad, I don't know, but mom mostly, or sister or whoever. And it's like you cannot take a decision or make your plan come true because you consider in their opinions that which can differ greatly from what you want or what you need. And that's as once again, I love my mother very much. She taught me a lot of incredible things, but she knows nothing about my personal life for now. We'll see how things gonna go. But and also it's because we are very different. You might have different things that matter to you. Maybe for your mom it's important that you have 5 grandchildren, and for you and that your fiance or wife is cooking, but for you it's important that she makes love to you every day. It's probably would be the case, probably not something your mother would wish for you, right? So these are very personal things, and I feel a lot of men are good to their moms, and I think it's wonderful. But remember, you're a separate human being. Your parents do not need to know everything about you. Your parents do not need to know everything about you, and so as your lady. Your lady doesn't need to know everything about you as well. A lot of times, guys feel like they need to share a lot with their lady, and when it comes to your future plans, achievements that you want to make, you can share some kind of visions, but do not brag about the plans. Do not tell a lady also what you're going to do for her. Just do it. Uh, don't tell that you are going to take an action. Either it's for her or just action in your life. Don't do that. Oh, guys, the light is on. Don't do that. Don't do I want you to see. I don't know if you can see it. So it's really, really beautiful. You won't be able to see it, but I promise you, it's just very winter wonderlandy. So yes, I'm heading out. I just wanted to record this short live because you guys are always in my mind, and I've been reading the emails. I believe that I will have time for Q&A, questions and answers for Monday night, probably about 7 p.m. maybe, something like that. I'm considering Monday for answers and questions, and we also gonna start a discussion and learning panel on Patreon from starting Monday. So thank you so much, everyone who just joined my Patreon community. So, and some of the posts are gonna be open, and some of the posts are gonna be closed. I found incredible materials online that basically proven a lot of things we had talked on my channel, and it's always nice to see practical examples with people. You know, we always see other people's mistakes better than ours, and also when you have examples, you are more likely to uh, remember and kind of getting an idea of things. So thank you so very much, everybody who has been joining my Patreon. I gotta put all the links under the video. I promise I put the links tomorrow. My computer have been acting up. And horse, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So my computer have been acting up again, but I'm gonna try to do all my best to copy all the links, and I'll put under all of the videos that I've made in the last couple of days, so you can find me. You can always Google and find me that way. But I just want to thank you from my heart, and I just think that there is no reason why we should stay unhappy or not pursuing what we want. And I just mean even people in general. I know that just majority of people who watching my channel are men, surprisingly. Well, maybe not so surprisingly, because the topics I'm talking about are really for men. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm wearing the white fur. And by the way, those of you guys who can't wait for my fur who want to see the first things, I also will post the Facebook link and my you can see my shop. Hopefully, I'll have the inspiration to make some further videos on Facebook page. I have a Facebook page. I have almost like 17,000 followers there. So, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Take time off. If you sometimes have time off, and you maybe don't have any great plans, just take the time to reflect and recharge and make those great plans. But do not share them with everybody. Do not keep them, bruise them, and then give birth to them. Well, it's kind of female advice, but as I know you understand. What I mean is, sometimes we are impatient and we want to tell everybody about everything, but as a female, I look at it like that. If you're pregnant, with somebody little amazing, little and amazing, and it's brewing there, do not, nobody, I want to tell you this example so you understand. Nobody in my neighborhood ever knew that I was pregnant. When I was pregnant with my son, nobody knew that I was pregnant till the 8.5 months when I had my baby shower, because I felt I need to bruise that energy. I need to protect that energy. It was really the happiest year of my life in terms of biggest, in terms of a big meaning. And just, I don't know, it just was something from the universe, and so my neighbors were very confused when I was 8.5 months. I put blue balloons. We both put blue balloons around our house, and it was saying it's a boy, so people can find a way and come to our baby shower. And so my neighbors were knocking on the door and like, baby shower? Like, what the heck? So this is just an example for you guys how to protect something that's special, something that is very, very intense, or crucial for you. It doesn't have to be a baby, of course. Very few of you would be able to accomplish that on your own. That's another reason why you still want us. But it can be, I actually read that about being pregnant with success. When you are pregnant, maybe not with a baby, but you are pregnant, basically you are carrying and brewing and developing and building an idea. You don't want a premature birth. Just think about that. You don't want a premature birth. You don't want people to talk about. You don't need any other energies and negativity of people to rub on you. I was fearless. I mean, no, not fearless. Well, fearless too, but fierce. And I told, my husband at the time, I told him I don't want any conversations and nobody need to know till I'm basically there, because it's very intimate and I don't care. Nobody needs to know. I'm not gonna post the people post sometimes x-rays of their babies. Don't do that. Don't put an x-ray of your heart, because your baby, your business idea, your next move, it's your child, in a different way, but maybe in a spiritual way. It's your child. Don't put something so precious for everybody to like and comment. You don't need that. So I hope that was a good example, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you so very much for writing the comments, but I'm sorry I cannot read them, and I really need to go. A little late time, dinner time, so I'm coming. I need to go right now. I will nevertheless read your comments when I can. Thank you so much for commenting and liking and sharing and doing all these wonderful things. So get your questions ready for the Q&A on Monday. If you are on Patreon or joining Patreon, let's do some learning and discovering, and my personal videos are coming. Thank you so very much. If you want to connect with me in person and you want me to help you, to consult you with your situation, I'll post an email below, and it's consultveronica@gmail.com. I hope that these videos helping you, so please let me know if they do. I will really appreciate it, and thank you for the compliments, for the smiles, for the all of this. I will look at that the first moment I can. Thank you so very much, guys. I'm gonna go get some food while I can before I became a snow girl. I will see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.